They didn't know that just 45,000 kilometers to their west, there was a world with an area almost equal to the entire known world, a land rich with natural resources, gold, silver, trees, and more. All they knew was a world where, by crossing the famous ocean, you could reach China and Japan. These two places, China and Japan, were being talked about in European households at the time. Why? Because Marco Polo's travelogue had spread across Europe like wildfire. Marco Polo wrote about China as Cathay and Japan as Kipangu. He claimed that in Japan, the roofs of the imperial palaces were made of gold, the doors and windows adorned with gold, and the floors of many rooms covered with gold plates, 2 inches thick. He exaggerated stories about China and its Mongol ruler, Kublai Khan, presenting them with flair and embellishment. Although Marco Polo's travelogue had been written about a century and a half earlier in poverty-stricken Europe, it became a beacon of hope. His tales inspired young Europeans to find a way to reach China and Japan, to discover a route, and to seek the wealth Marco Polo had described with such spice and exaggeration. But there was a problem. The land route was blocked by the Turks. Another route went through Egypt across the Mediterranean Sea, but that region was under Muslim control. The Mediterranean itself was fraught with danger, as Islamic states frequently attacked European ships. Europe couldn't find a safe passage through there either. In a way, Europe was trapped. Another option was attempted by explorers like Bartolomeo Diaz, sailing around Africa to reach Asia. But this route was long, dangerous, and exhausting. It took months to complete just a one-way journey. Europe was at a loss. Which route could be both safe and short? How could they reach Asia, trade, and end their economic struggles? In this atmosphere of despair, an unknown sailor stepped forward. His name, Christopher Columbus. He claimed he knew the shortest route to Asia, China, and Japan. A straight path across the Atlantic Ocean. No major obstacles, no dangers. Just a bold claim. One that could change the fortunes of Europe and of Spain. Columbus, from the Italian city of Genoa, had spent much of his life at sea. Like many others of his generation, he was inspired by Marco Polo's travelogue. He was skilled at navigating by the sun, moon, and stars. In that era, educated people already knew that the earth was round. Columbus believed this too. His idea was simple. Since the world is round, sailing west would lead to Japan in just about 4,000 to 4,500 kilometers. To him, reaching Asia was like discovering a gold mine, where unlimited wealth awaited Europe. But Columbus's dream wasn't just about riches. He called himself a Christ-bearer. The name came from a legendary figure named Christopher, who in Christian stories carried Jesus across a river. Columbus believed that, like this figure, he too could carry Christianity across oceans, by finding a new world where a great Christian empire could be established. To make this dream a reality, Columbus tirelessly pitched his idea to European courts. He traveled from Italy to Portugal, then to England, seeking investment for his voyage. But Europe was in bad shape, its economy broken, its rulers suspicious. No one agreed to support him until 1485. Columbus arrived in Spain, where King Ferdinand II and Queen Isabella ruled. For 7 long years, he tried to meet the Queen, but she was busy expelling Muslims from Spain. Finally, in 1491, after the last Muslim stronghold, Granada had fallen. The Queen summoned Columbus. Columbus shared his idea with her. He promised that China and Japan would bring so much wealth, so much gold, that Spain would become fabulously rich. And not only that, he insisted it would be easy to convert the people of Asia to Christianity. Spain could extend its Christian empire across the world, moved by greed and by religious zeal. Queen Isabella agreed. She granted Columbus permission and the financial support for his daring voyage. Columbus had achieved his first great victory in the Spanish court. But what the Queen didn't know was that she was being deceived. Columbus wasn't as skilled as he claimed. He presented himself as a master sailor, but in truth, his knowledge was limited. He had experience on small ships, but not the expertise he pretended to have. This deception would put not only his own life at risk, but also the lives of his crew. His voyage was slow. Tensions rose. And soon, his men grew resentful. So much so that one day, they planned to kill him. Why did his crew want to kill their captain? How did Columbus escape his grim fate? And how did he stumble upon the 7 continents of the New World? Stay tuned for the next episode of History of America, where we reveal how Columbus's gamble changed the world forever. Before setting sail, the Spanish crown made him many promises. One was that he would be included in Spain's elite class. He would be given the title of Don, meaning gentleman. But this title carried a deeper significance, which we will uncover in the episodes ahead.